Okay, YouTube. I've been working on my Escalade ESV. It's a 2007, but it doesn't really matter. This is about the suspension air ride. I changed out to arnott shocks. Love them. They're cheaper. They are better for ride. So I needed to change out my pump because it seemed to be staying on too long, even after we changed out the shocks. But when I went out and changed out this pump, now this is the arnott version. Well, I had problems getting this pump to run and air up my shocks. Maybe I'd turn the key on after wiring this pump in and get it in there. It would turn on after you turn the key ignition on. 10 seconds or so, then you'd come on for 5 seconds and go off. And then after doing that 2 or 3 times, you could never get it to come back on. I then would, when driving the vehicle, I'd get a suspension error, service suspension. Well, after some research and thinking that it was a corroded sensor here on the air dryer is actually, these are hard to come by unless you buy the whole unit with that air dryer. I only found one on eBay. But what you really want to know about is this is not called a pressure switch, it's a pressure transistor. Yeah, good luck finding that. Anyhow, and then this is your solenoid that releases pressure to allow the shocks to go down when it's engaged. It's not that either. Some people may be having these problems, and if it is, you can put a resistor between that and your vehicle and just disconnect that. But that's only if you're not going to ever hook it back up. That's just your vehicle sold. You're never going to fix the air ride. Some people have had issues with maybe not hearing their lost for words. Their relay for this system up front. Well, if you're hearing it kick, you're probably getting voltage, and especially if you ever just get it to come on a few times right after turning the car on. But here's the fix. Sorry for the long wait. You guys need to, no matter what your suspension's doing, you need to pull the battery positive line. I even did fuses, but that didn't make any difference. I've actually been doing this a couple times now, and pull the battery. Let it sit for at least 10 minutes. And then what happens is the system has to go back and relearn the resistance of this compressor. Then everything will go back to working right. So that's the answer. So after a long wait, almost every GM system, you need to pull the battery. Let the system relearn your compressor, or reset if you're using your OEM and you're just having that light. You've already replaced your shocks, but you're still getting the light, or you just want to check it. You can't do it with an ODB2 sensor by clearing out the computer logs. It doesn't write one. You need to pull the battery. Let it relearn. That's it. There you go, YouTube and the world.